Let's get into what it's like to date each of the zodiac signs. I would listen to this for your partner's sun, moon, or rising sign. My name is Desiree. I'm a professional astrologer. I also make lifestyle content. Email me if you're interested in a reading. I have a special relationship reading right now. Now, dating an Aries person, they are going to be so intense and passionate. If they are obsessed with you, they are literally only obsessed with you. They have a lot of like hyper fixation, so they will become very focused and just like intensely interested in someone. That's because of this Mars energy. They have this very like, I want to conquer you, I want to make you mine, I want, to have you like forever, and I want you to feel the same way about me. It's just a very passionate, fiery, and sexy vibe. They do get bored really easily though, so if you make them angry or piss them off, they will move on to the next like nothing. Like they move from relationships very, very quickly. Like they will be literally with someone new the next week, the next day, out of a huge long relationship that really was meaningful to them. It doesn't lack like the meaning, it's just they are easily able to see past it and be like, okay, on to the next. That wasn't the right fit, doesn't make sense, gonna move on to something better. They get bored easy too, so if they do find you like boring or just uninteresting or like lazy, they will be like they'll be looking around, they'll start to have a wandering eye. Now, dating a Taurus person, these people are very possessive, very jealous. They want you to really just only be like around them or spending time with them. Their love language is usually quality time, and they just have this kind of sense of kind of looking at their partner like an object in a way, which can be bad, but it's just kind of how they are. They are possessive with their items, their things in their house, like the people around them. They get very, very jealous sometimes. So that's something to watch out for with a Taurus, but they are very loyal if they're happy. They can be sneaky and, definitely lean into, different things like cheating or lying if they're not happy. If they're not getting physically satisfied. Number one, they're very like physical people. Touch to them is very important. So if you're not meeting their needs like physically, like a man, for example, a Taurus man might be like, well, you weren't giving me anything, what was I supposed to do? Or a woman, like, well, you're not affectionate, like obviously I'm gonna find somebody else. That's kind of their logic. But they are super, super loyal otherwise, and they are very good people to build with, people that will like always have your back no matter what. Now, Gemini, dating a Gemini, this is someone who is definitely very interesting, funny, fun to be around. Like they're the person you want to take to the party, you want to take to the company trip, they just like have this like fun, exciting energy to them. But they get bored easily. It's a sign of 2. They need a lot of differentiation. They need a lot of mental stimulation. If you're not someone who can keep up with their mental game, basically, they're going to get really bored with you. In the beginning stages of the relationship too, they probably are talking to other people. They're very flirty. They just it's just normal to them to have lots of conversations with people. So sometimes that will be taken as flirty, and their focus is just not very like long lasting. So they will usually have like other people that they're talking to. If you're in a more serious relationship with someone with Gemini placements, you've won because they must have found you interesting enough to hold their attention, but it doesn't stop their need for duality. So, you might have to meet them halfway sometimes in whatever that might be, whether it's like bringing somebody in or just giving them like the stories that they need. Like a lot of times Gemini placements will need you to like tell them something or get into like a past experience of yours, because they want to just be in your head. They don't want to like be really emotional. They want to get like more into the story and into your mind. Now, Cancer rising, each planet in Cancer is going to behave very differently, so take this with a grain of salt. But Cancer signs are protective, they're emotional, they're sensitive. It's a cardinal sign though, so they are very ambitious, very strong people. They have this hard shell on the outside that they put up like this wall, and then when you get to know them deeper, they have this sweet, sensitive, like inner side that is very, very nice. They're also ruled by the moon, so their emotions or their sexual like energy can go up and down a lot. I don't think they're people who like necessarily struggle with regulating their emotions, but their sexual like horniness or whatever, that's going to be something that kind of goes up and down in spikes. So keep that in mind. They're known for that because the moon moves so fast through the system. It will drum up some of those different like feelings for a Cancer. Cancer people also are protective. You know, they want to like kind of support and mother the people they're with. They really like that energy as well in a partner. They want someone who is caring, who is kind of nurturing and sort of mothering in that way. And they usually do have a strong relationship with their mother, or like a strong kind of, it's like a theme in their life in a way, like having kind of this intense connection to the mother. They usually are people who like to start a family too. So that's kind of like not a kink, you know, a lot of people say that's like a kink nowadays. I don't think it is. I think it's just like, that's something people want to do. That's human nature, to start a family. So for Cancer, that's for sure like one of the things that they really like is the idea of starting a family and having kids. Now, a Leo person is very creative, probably very artistic. They need to have an outlet like that, or they can become very depressed if they don't. Like if they aren't able to express their creative energy and get that out somehow, or if they're not being seen or heard or appreciated, like all of that is something that a Leo really needs. So if you are their partner, definitely give them time to create or to dive into their artistic side. Compliment them, give them, you know, affection. Usually Leo people are very like touchy. They want to have they want to have like the physical appreciation, and they want to have the words of affirmation. They kind of need all of that to feel appreciated, and of course they like attention. So sometimes these people can be like attention whores, you know, like if you're out and about with them, they like to be like the star of the show. For some people that can be annoying. For other people, they love that. They love that like funny, outgoing side to a Leo. Leo people are great, like people to be around and to people to be with, because they can be very just fun loving in the moment, you know, like, okay, let's go do this. Let's go to this fancy dinner. Let's go to the movies. Like they're up for usually any kind of fun activity. And they're also very romantic. Even if it like takes them work to do, like once they're in the romantic setting, they like feel good about doing that for someone. They like to buy gifts for their partner. They like to just like spoil the people that they're with, and they also like to be spoiled. Now, Virgo placements. Virgo people want to support the people that they're with. They want to help you grow. They want to fix people sometimes. Usually the best relationships for a Virgo are with people who are already established, who already have their life together, so that they can kind of just come in and make things better instead of like being the savior, you know, because a lot of Virgos get stuck in those relationships where they are like saving the other person or coming in and just trying to like heal them, you know, and it doesn't benefit them a lot. Like it doesn't really benefit them in any way. So coming into a relationship with a Virgo, you should have your stuff together. You should already be like an established person. They will build with you though, but do not take advantage of your Virgo, because they will literally do whatever for you. They're very loyal. They are just genuinely people that like when you're in a relationship with them, they want you to do well. And they usually see that side of you. Like they see the side of you that other people might not. And they have like such a dream and a vision for you. They want to support you and they want to help you get there. And they're just really good-hearted in that way. But they can be really critical, really negative, very like harsh. And it just depends on where this placement is, but they can be even mean. Like, that's why I say that they have to be with someone who's like established, someone who's smart, someone who's got it together, because if they're with someone like below them mentally or just in everything, they're going to like subconsciously look down on them and not respect them, which is horrible for relationships. So make sure that you're leveled up and that you've got everything kind of going for you when you're with a Virgo, because if not, they're going to be mean to you. They're going to be critical. They're going to be very negative. They're going to be hard to be around. And then like, what's the point of that? You know, you're not getting all of the great benefits of that Virgo person. They can be someone who will organize your house, who will clean everything, who will just support you like so well. But if you're not doing anything, like what's there to support? They're just going to bitch at you and like complain. So this is part 1. I went through Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo, and I'll do part 2 on the rest of the signs. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, please email me.